Hello and welcome to episode 33 of Mathghamhain Morsels. This is still in the A Sanguine Start series, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple, easy whipped cream. I'll show you guys how to adapt it a little bit if you want. I'll have a more complex version. But I'm going to go for just the normal ingredients that you'll be able to find in the grocery store. So we're going to start with something easy. Heavy whipping cream. You can find this in every grocery store. Also, when you do this, you want to make sure that you have a bowl that is chilled. This one just came out of the freezer after a couple hours. And you want your whisk to be chilled as well. So this recipe is going to be really easy. It's about a cup of heavy cream, heavy whipping cream, that goes straight in. And then for the simple one, powdered sugar. You can add some additional flavors if you want. You can add some vanilla. That'll go really beautifully in this. And you just want to add a bit of powdered sugar, just enough to allow it to form up. It's something that you'll experiment with. It's better to add too little at this point. You can add more as you go. So you're just going to start whisking. And it's going to take a while before you end up with any actual peaks. But you want to just keep whisking and beating air into the cream. As you go, you can add a little bit more powdered sugar if you don't think you added enough. But just add a bit at a time if you don't think that you added enough. Because you can always add more, you can't take it out. Unless you have more heavy cream and you make a bigger batch of whipped cream. That's the only way that you can balance it out. So, after a while, it'll start to get soft peaks, and then it'll start to get firmer set peaks. I find it becomes a lot easier to whip when you kind of tilt the bowl at a 45 and just do kind of like half circles almost as you're whipping. You can also just do back and forth. Whatever method is the easiest for you. If you're doing it by hand and your arm gets tired, don't worry about it. That's normal. Swap hands, keep going. You just want to keep feeding air into this without too much of a pause in between. But like I said, if you need to swap hands, you need to swap hands. And I know for me, it's harder to whisk down on a table like this. So what I tend to do is I'll just pick up my bowl and kind of whisk it under an arm. So it's already starting to get kind of pillowy. It's not soft peaks, it isn't hard peaks yet. It's just pillowy. And you can tell that there's air in there. It's looking thicker, but you just keep going, keep going, keep going. You can also use a hand mixer if you want. You can use a standing mixer if you want. I tend to always make my whipped cream by hand, just out of habit. And here you can already tell the difference because that is ribboning rather than just pooling like it would normally. So you just keep going. As I said, I'm going to do a bit more complex of a whipped cream. So this is the point where I'm going to start adding some other ingredients. I'm going to do a mint chocolate truffle and some whiskey whipped cream. So at this point, I can add the stuff that's going to make it mint chocolate truffle. Easiest way to do this, get a really good hot chocolate that you like, add in the hot chocolate powder. And you want to add a decent amount in order to really get the flavor into the whipped cream. And when you're adding flavors like this, you want to wait until you start getting soft peaks like this, and it starts to come together. That's when you start with any other dry ingredients. So if you want to make a malted whipped cream, add your malt powder now. If you want a nice chocolate mint truffle, add your chocolate mint truffle hot chocolate powder now. And just keep beating it together. You don't want to add any additional liquid ingredients until it reaches this point where it's actually standing up a fair bit. Because if you add it too early, it becomes a pain in the ass to actually beat to the right texture. And even now, you don't want to add too much. So I'm adding probably about half a shot to a shot normally, unless I do what I call a doubled cream whipped cream. If you're in the UK or anywhere in the Commonwealth, use double cream rather than just a heavy cream. Has a higher butterfat content, which makes it easier to whip and gives it a much more decadent and indulgent taste. If you're in the US, you probably won't be able to find doubled cream or double cream. So what you can do is you can find heavy cream powder. And you mix heavy cream powder with heavy cream. You let it rest for about 24 hours before you want to use it. Just in your refrigerator after mixing it together. It will increase the butterfat within your cream, making it more comparable to a double cream. Sometimes you can even get it more than a double cream in its butterfat content, making it really easy to whip together. And when I do that, I've been able to fit about 2 to 3 shots of whiskey within my whipped cream without sacrificing the texture. And as you can see, this whipped cream is standing up beautifully. So this is ready to be served on top of whatever you want. It looks very similar to the buttercream frosting that I did for my Irish car bomb cake. Again, give it a taste. Give everything that you cook a taste. And this, oh god, it's good. This is perfect to go on your favorite dessert, on in a crepe, in pretty much anything. A nice cup of hot chocolate. Use it to top up a absolutely decadent and sinful cup of coffee. Just have fun with it. Experiment. Try different flavors. Like I said, you can do a vanilla whipped cream. Really easy. Just add some vanilla extract. You can do a chocolate whipped cream. Add some really good quality hot chocolate mix. You can add booze to it, your favorite alcohol. For me, that's of course whiskey. But you can use other alcohols. If you prefer other alcohols, you can do a vodka whipped cream. You can do a rum whipped cream. Anything like that. Try different flavor combinations, different ways of adapting it to what you want. If you have some coffee flavors that you want to work with, add a splash of cool coffee. Everything that you want to work with has to be cold. So add some cold coffee after you make it. It'll turn out beautiful. It'll get that nice coffee note to it. Mix in chocolate, mix in caramel, mix in whatever flavors you love. Give it a go. But that's how you make a whipped cream. All it takes is a little bit of time, not much. Some very simple, basic ingredients. And a bit of elbow grease. And with that, I'll leave you guys off with my normal, try new things, try different flavors, experiment. One thing that you can do, I'm using just normal powdered white sugar. Get a, Demerara sugar, grind it up until it's a nice powder. Use Demerara sugar in your whipped cream. It'll be absolutely delicious and kind of ridiculous tasting in the best possible ways. Add in alcohols, add in whatever you want. Adapt this recipe to your tastes. Enjoy it. Try it on different things. Make crepes. Fill your crepes with this stuff. It's absolutely delicious. And with that, have a good one all.